What's up, everybody? We're back at it here. Another day, another Donkey Kong run or two. And I think what we're going to do is jump right into the deep end, right off the bat. What's up, Brandon? The boss coming in with a big follow. What's up, man? Thanks for coming in, checking out the stream. SVix coming in too, man. Thanks, guys, for joining the squad, helping me try to speed run affiliate. We're trying to scam our way through some games as fast as possible, so that's the big plan right now. So we're going to go ahead and start a runoff right at the start of stream. So let's get things rolling right off the bat here. Oh, ain't no thing, man. Ain't no thing at all. So this is Donkey Kong Country, if anybody's just joining us for the first time. And this is the all stages run, so we skip as much as we possibly can, but otherwise we just get through the stages as fast as possible. Oh, okay. So we'll take a little bit of a time loss there, but not too big a deal. This is a pretty quick stage. What's up, Caleb? Coming in, checking it out. Thanks for joining the stream today, seeing what's going on here. So, playing a little Donkey Kong Country, one of my favorite games of all time. Trying to lower my time. We're at just a little over 51 minutes right now, and 51:36 actually. So we're trying to get that lower. See if we can have some fun. It's actually Monkey Tuesday, but after we get a run or so in, we're going to switch over and play a little bit of Ocarina of Time, or not Ocarina of Time, actually Link to the Past. So we're just getting through the stages as fast as possible here. And we do this every time. So my early game is actually so ingrained in bad muscle memory that we have a little issues early on in the run. So it's okay though, because this isn't too bad. What's up, hey buddy? Coming in, hanging out. Guys, let me know how the stream's looking and sounding right now. So everything seems like it's going pretty good on my end, but always good to check with everybody who's actually paying attention. So kind of a cool thing about Enguarde that a lot of people might not know is that he's actually invincible when doing the lunge. So unless something hits him from behind, like the whole front half of his hitbox is completely invincible during the lunge. So usually pretty safe to lunge through about anything. No complaints from SVix. So just getting through here, trying to beat everything as fast as we possibly can. Hey, we got the extendo to the barrel, so it's actually the first time we've got that in a run so far, so saved us a little bit of time. And we're getting ready to come up on the first boss in the run. very naughty, or the angry beaver. And yeah, we're pretty much even. So even with a few slowdowns early on, we're still pretty much even with the splits. So we've got a live one. Just got to try to not take too many early game deaths and keep everything rolling. Biggest thing is just not get too far ahead of ourselves and try to cut too much time and end up losing time in the process. Pretty easy stage here, so what's up, everybody coming to hang out? So far, the streaming's been pretty awesome, man. I really can't complain. Things have been going pretty good. We've actually hit a couple of PBs. PB'd on the very first run on stream. So we were bound to do that because I had decided from the time I was starting that I was going to finish the first run no matter how bad it got, as long as I didn't run out of lives and game over. So just getting through some of the early stages here. We are kind of going, we're going no winky route. I think as long as we're fairly consistent with our jumps and stuff, we don't have too much to worry about. Kendrick or Brandon, he likes the monks. So if this is your first time watching somebody speedrun this game, there's a lot of stuff that people who played this game casually or might even be playing it on the virtual console didn't know were things, but they are. A lot of developer intended skips early on in the game, barrels that skips entire stages or entire sections of stages. And then of course there's stuff that wasn't intended to ever find. So what we're doing here is we're setting up a super jump. And we got it. So big thing here is just got to make sure not to die. What's up, Galahad? Coming to hang out. Looks like we got the fam in today. Oh, not good. That's going to cost us a ton of time. So we're going to see if we can somehow make this up later. Little mental mistake there. We're a few seconds ahead, but we got to get Donkey Kong and then go back and die and go back into the stage again. So that's going to cost us some time here in Vulture Culture. Just got to run off the stage. All we can do. Any future emote ideas? I have to hit affiliate first, but once I hit affiliate, I will start thinking about it. Could be Zelda themed. Not sure yet. There we go. So, what do you think it should be, hey buddy? What do you think the emote ideas should be? So on to Forest Frenzy. We're rolling on. Trying to go as fast as we can. So, see if we can get the super jump here. So, we got the quick setup for it. Let's see if we can execute. And we do. Okay. We got ourselves a run. Oh yeah, man. We've actually been playing a few games. Espix going to be hitting up Legend of Zelda here in just a little bit. Link to the Past. Got some stuff coming in to hook up the Nintendo 64 as well, so we're going to be playing a little bit of Ocarina of Time. Going to go through kind of the retro gauntlet. The only games I'm going to be speedrunning to start things off will probably be Donkey Kong Country, and we might do like some Super Mario World runs. I am going to go on and play the other Donkey Kong Country games. 2 is actually my favorite, maybe even my favorite game of all time, above even like a lot of the other games that you guys might know that I love a lot, like Final Fantasy VII and Ocarina of Time. Donkey Kong Country 2 might actually be one of my favorite games of just all time in general. So we've actually got a few more skips we're going to be adding to the run that we haven't been doing before, so not on this stage in particular, but we got some stuff coming up that I think is going to be pretty cool, and it's going to save us a little bit of time, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Actually makes a few very annoying stages that have caused us some trouble a little less annoying. So the big thing on this stage is just to not get caught up and end up dying. So we got through that one pretty quick. So here's a pretty neat part of the run. We actually, instead of going straight into this next stage, we take a Funky's Flights barrel back to World 1 and use a trick called Wrong Warping to send ourselves pretty much right to the end of the stage. We got it. So it just involves a little bit of mashing. And we get through it. On the Clam City. So this one's actually slowed us down a little bit on a few runs just cause it can be a cumbersome stage. The water stages are excellent music and really cool stage designs, but very annoying stages to say the least. So yeah, we've had a little bit of trouble with this section of the stage before, and we're going to continue to have that same trouble. Not too bad this time, but so you notice we used a lot of damage boosts. We are playing, Brandon, we are playing on the original Super Nintendo, so I'm playing on a CRT. That's the reason I'm looking off in this direction, even though you see my computer monitors are actually behind me. I'm actually playing on a CRT over here. I've got a RCA splitter that runs to my capture card, and I'm playing on the CRT monitor while the capture stuff is going through the stream, and I'm playing on it's actually the SNES Junior, and I'm playing on the with a actual Japanese Famicom controller that they work with both systems. So, and this is actually, if you're actually wondering about the software, this is the 1.0 version of Donkey Kong Country. So it was the first release. That's allows us to do a lot of the tricks that we're doing in the run. And this should be the end of the B. And yeah, we're like 2 minutes ahead. So yeah, got the Famicom controller. On the Gorilla Glacier. Guess got to make it to the end of this stage with both Kongs intact in order to do the next trick. Or at least have Donkey Kong intact, so. So we get slowed down just a little bit during this part of the run. There's a lot going on, and yeah, a lot can go wrong very fast. And we actually... Oh, okay. Damn. So, I think we can keep on going. I think we've saved enough time that we can afford that death there. The biggest problem right now is that Donkey Kong is significantly slower in every way than Diddy Kong, and he doesn't jump as well. So we're going to switch back to Diddy Kong. Controlling Donkey Kong in his own game is an absolute chore. It's one of the worst things in the game. The speedrunner quote is, "If you're Donkey, you're dead." And it's pretty true, because he is very difficult to use. Alright, so we should be pretty safe here. There we go. We'll get to the end of the stage and pick up a few lives along the way, so life count, not too big of an issue. In an actual world record attempt, which I am in by no means prepared for, you would typically not have any deaths at all, or it's an automatic reset. I'm actually not even entirely sure if you can have a death and have it still count towards a submitted run, but I'm early enough in my Donkey Kong Country career that we're concerned more with just getting through the game than we are that. So, if anybody's been watching the runs before, you'll know that this was a very long and frustrating stage for us that we for the most part skip now, because we figured out a few of the tricks to getting by it, and now we go on to the stage that has ended more runs than any other stage, Ice Age Alley. So we will see if Ice Age Alley will be kind to us. It is a very unkind stage. So we did get the halfway barrel. Oh, and yep, every time it does it to us, boys. Every time. That is a hard trick to hit right, but we're getting kind of confident with the backup strategies here. So we're used to running the backup strategy on this stage. So we're going to see if we can get through it the rest of the way. And we kind of expect to take a Diddy Kong death there, but we'll take it to get through the stage with only one death. On to the Croctopus Chase. Here's the break in the stage. It's the slowest stage in the game. Just a big, long, what is effectively an auto-scroller, but not technically an auto-scroller. Just a big, long water stage with nothing extraordinarily interesting going on. We run from the Croctopus, and That's pretty much it. Not a lot to do here. Enjoy the great music from David Wise. And nearly lose a Kong. Really easy to lose your focus on these stages. The water stages in particular can just be very long, very boring. So we definitely want to take the halfway barrel. This is probably one of the longest stages in the game. Not a lot going on. Shout out to everybody coming and hanging out. Pretty good start to the stream here. We're trying to speed run our path to affiliate. And so far we're hitting all of our numbers. The only thing that's really sort of holding us back at all is we got to get a few more followers. But other than a few more followers, I think we're on the right path to making that speed run to affiliate. Can't bonk too much here or you will die. Cool thing about the end of almost every water stage is if you hug the top, you will not run through any enemies. So we're on the Torchlight Trouble. And you know what they say, speedrunners do it in the dark. So we've been actually taking the safety strat of taking the Squawks the Parrot, our torch, through the run here. But we're going to go ahead and start doing it without him. And in case you're wondering how I'm doing this, no, I am not doing it completely from memory. This is actually... My monitor is a little bit brighter than what you can see on the capture, so I can pretty much see what's going on my side. Rope Bridge Rumble. We've done this stage quite a few times here. Not a whole lot going on, just mostly some fairly easy jumps. Just gotta take your time, not get too... I know a speedrunner telling people to take their time is a little ironic, but at my particular level, we take our time a little bit more. Just because I would rather finish a run at this point than lose an entire run to attempting to do more than I can at my current level. So, but we're doing pretty well. Not too much going on in this one. And shout out to everybody who could never, ever, ever make that jump as a kid. And we're on to the angrier beaver. And we slow down just a little bit on him. He is a very annoying boss. So I think one more hit. There we go. And 2 minutes ahead of time, even with the deaths, man. Feeling pretty good about this run, actually. So we're on to the Crimcroc Industries Oil Drum Alley. So we've got a little bit of a surprise here for anybody who's been watching the runs so far. We got a new strategy. And we now have a super jump for this stage, so things have changed here a little bit. So this is actually one of the slower stages normally. And basically, we are flying high through the air like we do in the jungle stage earlier on. So just going to fly all the way to the end of the stage, bypassing all these difficult jumps, potential deaths, and obstacles. A little bit of a hand saver as well, because this stage can be difficult on the hands. Should be able to make it all the way to the end of the stage. We should come down just at the end here. And there we go. So if you ever played the game casually, Trick Track Trek is a stage that can be very long and difficult, but we don't pay any attention to that at all. There is a developer skip right there. And on to Elevator Antics. This stage has been an unintentional run killer for us quite a few times. So we will take the safety Donkey Kong here. So we did find a little bit of a skip here as well. That'll help us get through the stage just a little bit faster. And we're still going to kind of safety switch to Donkey Kong here because I am still, as of yet, not as comfortable doing this particular part with Diddy. Only because Donkey Kong can kill these large enemies with one hit. And in the context of a run, we'd rather, right now, play it just a little bit safe and get through. So, should be okay for the rest of it. Just got to make sure we have our platforms. There's some pretty higher level skips that you can do through this section, but I'm like to take it just a little bit safe, just cause. Don't want to take too many deaths. Poison Pond, another water stage. This one's not as bad. What's up, Murph? Thanks for joining in, man. Any stage, any water stage where we're able to use Unguard is a little bit better for us than the stages where we can't. So, pretty happy to get to use the Swordfish during the run here. He does make our life just a little bit easier. And muscle memory for this stage is not as good as it could be. This is actually one of the stages I probably need to grind a little bit later in the run, but for now we'll keep it rolling this way. And should be able to go ahead and get through the stage fairly easily from here. So as I mentioned, Unguard is actually immune to damage in the first few frames of his lunge, so if you can lunge through these obstacles early on, you don't have to worry about anything. And that's Poison Pond. So, Poison Pond out of the way. Minecart Madness. This one is a little different. Actually has one of the funner looking glitches in the game. So, something about the physics on this level allows us to do this. And as long as we don't hit a bee, we are good. We can do this all the way past about the halfway point. Oh, we hit it. We can't bounce off an enemy either, so that's the other thing that we can't do. So, start over. So, the other thing that we can't do is bounce off enemies or hit a bee. Bees will absolutely kill you no matter what. There is no way for a Kong to naturally kill a bee in this game. So we're going to try to get low enough to get the halfway barrel. And we don't get it, so if we take a death here, it's maybe not a full reset, but it's definitely not good for us. So we got to try very hard to not take a death here. Alright, so here, the physics change back to normal. So the big thing is we just have to play the stage out. Try to pay attention and not take too many deaths, or any deaths if we can help it. There are some difficult jumps coming up during this part. There we go. I think we're pretty much through the danger for the most part. And on to Blackout Basement. This stage gave us a little bit of trouble yesterday, but shouldn't give us too much trouble today. We actually switched to Donkey here at a later point in this stage. There are some enemies that give us trouble. I will slow down here just to make sure we get through the stage, because we don't want what has been a pretty good run so far to die due to hubris. So there's the halfway point. That'll help us out a little bit if we do happen to die here. So I can see the caution tape on some of these platforms, and that helps us out a lot. But the moving platforms, we actually cannot see the caution tape on. So we're either having to go on muscle memory or just kind of wait for the lights to come on. So get past the Mankey there, get past these guys, and as long as we're careful, we get through a very difficult stage. Couple of stages and a boss, and we are good to go, boys. So the cool thing about this stage is if you hit the second enemy in the air, it cannot hurt you. So even a Claptrap . Alright, so we got through that one. 3 minutes and 33 seconds ahead. If we can clutch this out, this might be a really good PB here. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We got ourselves a pretty long stage here that not too difficult of a stage, but if you're not paying attention, things can go wrong for you here. A little bit of a hand rest though. There are some speed tricks for this stage. I am not competent in them, so I don't do them. So we just play the stage as normal. So what's up, everybody hanging out? If you're just joining us, this is Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. One of my all-time favorite games. So kind of a neat thing a lot of people don't know is if you let the cart or the platform, if you let it run out of fuel, even if you're not on it, it will give you a game over. Your Kongs will simply give up and get mad and stop playing. So one big mistake we made in an earlier run was accidentally taking that with us, which made the end section of the level way harder than it needed to be. That barrel, not necessarily a death trap, but we tend to skip it just because it is a little annoying. Just a few jump gauntlets here at the end, and as long as we're fairly careful, we should be good. Jump, duck, jump. There we go, and we're through it. So on to Mana Commencers. We will see this stage at least 3 times. If you're wondering why, we have to come back here to set up a glitch that we use later. And Rambi is a little bit of a death trap, so we're going to let Rambi go here. Pretty straightforward stage. In the any percent run for this stage, they actually... Oh, and we messed up with Donkey there. In the any percent run for this stage, they actually find a way to glitch in Espresso during this part of the run. So he's not supposed to be on this stage at all. This stage is not designed in any way around Espresso being accessible. Oh, okay. Not paying attention. That's what'll happen when you're talking to chat, but don't think it's okay. We're still pretty far ahead of schedule. So as long as we're patient, don't take any super unnecessary deaths here, should be able to rock this stage out. Oh! Luckily that is a bonus, so it doesn't kill you, but not paying attention will kill you. Alright, we're through it. Misty Mine, not too difficult of a stage, just gotta avoid the enemies. Enemies spawn in these barrels, and they try to kill you. Luckily, the TNT barrels do get rid of the enemy spawning barrels. So we do sometimes take some deaths here during this part of the run. There are some enemies that are, or some sections of the stage that are fairly difficult. especially if you get ahead of yourself. Mostly just got to take our time, make sure not to get too far ahead, and pay attention to what's happening. So, late game here, little bit difficult. Nothing too bad, but we want to play it a little safe here. And we only technically have one more stage in the game that we play normally. And this is it. This is Loopy Lights. This stage has a couple of gimmicks going on. One of the gimmicks is, of course, the lights switch off and on based on you hitting these barrels. But the probably the even bigger gimmick is the fact that the claptraps in this stage, they read your jump input. Like any good fighting game boss. So they read your jump input and try to jump up and snag you. And it can lead to a lot of trouble. So there's the halfway barrel. That helps us out a ton here. So we should be okay. Yeah, the clap traps are annoying during this part, but for the most part, we're okay as long as we don't get too far ahead of ourselves. So you're seeing me do a little bit of panic stuff here. Just trying to make sure that we don't get too far ahead of ourselves and take an unfortunate death because, as I said, this is the last full stage that we have to play through in the run. So as long as we pay a little bit of attention here, we are usually able to get through this stage without too many issues. And yeah, I think only one last obstacle. So we got through it. Now we make our way back to Mana Commencers to set up a glitch. And I have to kill Donkey Kong here, because we can't do the glitch with Donkey Kong. So we have to throw a barrel, start select out of the stage while the barrel is in the air, or just while the barrel is outside of Diddy's hands. And then we have to come back into the stage and die. And then we go on to platform perils. And hopefully we don't soft lock the game. Actually, this is a really good run. I'm going to do this, and I haven't been doing this, but I'm going to do it just in case I soft lock the game, because I want to complete this run one way or another. But as long as we don't get hit by an enemy, we're good. We can fall in pits, and that's okay. But we can't get hit by an enemy, and luckily, looks like we got it first try, and we skipped the entire last long stage in the game. And this is Necky's Revenge, the last regular boss in the game. We beat Necky's Revenge, and then the only thing left is the Zoner himself, King K. Rool. And one more. 3, 4, 5. There we go. King K. Rool is all that's left. We're 5 minutes ahead.
Perfect.
Shout out Nate Little coming in. Pretty sure that is a alt account for Nate, but we'll take it. We'll scam the system. Shout outs to Nate. And as long as we just pay attention here, don't let King K. Rool zone us out. Not too difficult of a boss. Honestly, there are harder bosses earlier in the game. King K. Rool. He got tired of trying to run at us and holding forward, so he decides to go back to his zoning ways, and he throws cannonballs at us. We got 2 more accounts if we can unlock the passwords. That's how we spam affiliate right there. All right, couple more. So here's the fake credits. This is not the end of the game because, of course, as any true zoner will do, at the end of the match, they spam for more time, trying to time us out. But so far, things have been pretty good for us. After the fake credits, it's 3 hits and he will be dead. Honestly, the post-fake credits section of K. Rool is a little bit easier than the regular K. Rool section. Just have to dodge the jumps. Circle camping at the end of the match. And here we go. As soon as the banana lands. Let's fucking go! 46:04. We saved 5 minutes off the run. Man, that's fucking awesome, man. So we're now 10 minutes away from making top 100. So I said yesterday that my goal for this game was to actually make top 100. We could very easily save 10 minutes. We've knocked off 15 minutes from my very first run already. There's a lot of speed tricks, a lot of deaths that we can cut out. So I think right now, the top 100, if you can get under 37 minutes, you can crack the top 100. So I think we can do it, guys. I really fucking do. So, as usual, though, we just completed the run. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back, and since we got the PB, we're going to go ahead and switch over. We're going to play some A Link to the Past. So, I'm going to take a break, but I'll let you guys enjoy the credits. And we'll be back here in just a few minutes.